G'day and welcome to another video. In today's lesson we will learn how to make this awesome spiral hat. This hat pattern is designed by Zoe from 24 Carat Crochet and she's allowed me to make this video tutorial for you guys. All the links that you need will be in the description box, and also after this clip there will be photos of the hat and also different ways that you can make it to suit your own style. So let's get started on the lesson. For our supplies, we're going to need a crochet hook. I'm using a 5mm. You could use a 5.5. We're going to need a pair of scissors, a yarn needle with a large eye, and 3 stitch markers. I'm using the ones that lock in, but you could use any that you have. I will be using Red Heart Super Saver for this pattern. The pattern is also written for a chunky weight yarn. This is a medium worsted weight yarn, and this is the colour turquoise. And also my other colour, I'm going to be use Shocking Pink in the Red Heart Super Saver. I'm going to be using blue for colour A and pink for colour B. So it says using colour A, so grabbing my blue, chain 4 and then slip stitch into the first chain, making a circle. So make your slip knot, chain 4, and slip stitch into the first chain to make a circle. So we have this circle. Round 1 with colour A, which is the blue, single crochet into the ring, half double crochet into the ring, so that's wrapping our yarn first, 4, 3, all 3, and 4 double crochet into the ring, so wrapping, going in, pull through 2, oops, pull through 2, so that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Remove hook, so I'm pulling that out. I'm actually going to put a stitch marker in there because it may come out. Using colour B, single crochet into the ring next to where you finish with colour A. So we've just finished with colour A here. This is going to get crocheted over. So going into there, grabbing your colour B, which is my pink, putting it onto the hook like so. I'm just going to attach that. And it says single crochet into the ring next to where you finished. So into the middle, pull up a loop, a single crochet, half double crochet into the middle, so it's wrapping, going in, pulling through, and 4 double crochet into the ring. 1, 2, and 4. Remove hook, so pull that out, grab this one. So now we have something looking like that, and that looks really weird, but the magic happens when we start doing a few more rounds. So round 2, place hook into loop of colour A. So colour A is the blue, so we're putting our putting our crochet hook into that loop. And please excuse if you see my sleeves in this video. It's quite cold here today, and normally I push my sleeves up, but not today, it's too cold. So place hook into the loop of colour A. Yes, we've done that. 2 double crochet in each stitch of colour B. So 2 double crochet in each stitch of the pink. So going here, this is our first stitch here. So yarning over, going through both loops of the pink one there, and it was 2 double crochet in each. So 1 into the same stitch, 1 and 2 into the next, and then do 2 double crochet in each of the pink stitches. Okay, so into that last pink on there, for 2 stitches. Remove hook, so pull that out, stitch marker back in. You could just use 1 stitch marker this project, but I'm going to use 2 just so neither of those loops can come out in case I have to put it down for some reason. Place hook into the loop of colour B. So colour B was the pink one, so we're going, picking up the pink one here. Two double crochet in each stitch of colour A of previous round. So yarning over, going into the first stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just doing 2 in each. I don't know why I'm counting 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. So we want to do it so we've worked six stitches. We've worked into 6 stitches, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we did 2 double crochet in each one of those. I'm just going to pull those a little bit at the back. That's starting to look like a little bit of a spiral, isn't it? This is looking really cool. So we want to pop that back in there. So round 3, place hook into loop of colour A. So go back to your blue, your first colour A. Place hook into loop of colour A, double crochet and 2 double crochet and then 2 double crochet into the next stitch. Repeat from the asterisk 6 times. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put that stitch mark just back there so I know I've done 6 lots of that. So it's double crochet in the next one, and then 2 into the next. Got to repeat this 6 times. So into the next one, do 1 double crochet and 2 into the next. 1 into the next one and 2 into the next stitch. Repeat this around until we have 6 lots of 1 and then 2. I have a feeling this is probably going to end when we get over to here, and that will be our 6 repeats. But we'll see. I made this pattern a very long time ago, and I'm only now getting a video done, so I'm not quite sure how I did the last one. So where's that stitch marker? So there's 1 set, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I've got 2 stitches left, so that will be my 6. Okay, so that's good. I know I've done it right, which is a bonus. So then into this last stitch here, we're working out 2. So remove the crochet hook. I'm just going to grab my marker from there and pop that back on there. And now it says place hook into loop of colour B, so that's my pink. Double crochet and then 2 double crochet into the next stitch. So we're repeating what we did just before with our first colour A. Repeat from the asterisk 6 times. So because if I keep going around, it's going to be more than 6 times. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mark the first stitch. So double crochet into there. It's just to remind me, because I'm trying to film and count and crochet at the same time. So that's 1. So 2 into the next stitch. You could, if you're in a quiet room by yourself and you've got no one interrupting you, you could probably just count as many as you need to. But I'm just going to use that stitch marker here just to remind me. So it's 1 double crochet, 2 into the next. Sorry, my yarn was stuck around my light. 1 and then 2 into the next. 1 and then 2 into the next. So you've got your 1 double crochet by itself and then 2. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 1 and 2 in there, 1 into the next, and then 2 into the next. So it should be 6 lots of that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yay! Did it right. So pop that back in there. So round 4, it says place hook into loop of colour A. So our colour A is my blue. So again, I'm going to pop that stitch marker back into here. Again, it's just to remind me where to go or how many I've done. So it says double, where are we? Round 4. Double crochet into the next 2 stitches. So 1, 2. So that's 1 in each of those. And 2 double crochet into the next. So into the next one, work 2 into the same stitch. And then it says repeat from asterisk 6 times, so that's from here, so it's 1, 1 and then 2. We're going to do that 6 times. So into the next one, 1, into the next one, 1, into the next one, and 2. 1, 1 and 2 in the next. Repeat this until we have 6 lots from where our stitch marker is. So from my stitch marker here, I have 6 groups, and an easy way to count it, what I did, we know the first 2 stitches and then an increase. I just counted my increases. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that needs to be an increase, and that's my 6. Just double check that, make sure I've done it right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So that's our 6 repeats. And it says remove hook and place hook into colour B. So I've already removed my crochet hook. Just going to grab my stitch marker. So this is just the one that was reminding me, so I'm putting that back into the blue loop. It's colour A. So we're putting our crochet hook into colour B. And it says double crochet into the first 2 stitches. So in this one, I'm going to double crochet. See if I can get that out of the way. There we go. Into the next one. It's a double crochet. And 2 double crochet into the next stitch. So in the next one, I'm going to work 2 double crochet. Repeat instructions from the asterisk 6 times. So again, we're going to repeat this. So it's 1, 1 and then 2. I'm going to repeat that 6 times around. So again, there it is, stitch marker. I'm going to place that here to remind me. You don't have to do this bit like I said, but it's coming in really handy for me. So we want to do that 6 times. So continue around until we've got 6 repeats of that section there. So from my stitch marker, I have 6 repeats of what we were supposed to do. So we need to take out, just removing that stitch marker, my reminder to pop back in that loop. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've noticed that our rows are finishing across from where we started our spirals. Can you see that? Sort of a line that sort of goes through there where the 2 colours have started. And there we'll be finishing our row, so that's really cool. So round 5, place hook into loop A. So loop A is my blue. So let's grab loop A. Double crochet in the first 3 stitches, 2 double crochets in the next. So pop that on there. Again, I'm putting that in there just to remind me. Geez, I'm making that look hard. There we go. So into the next 3 stitches, putting 1 double crochet in each stitch. So we've got 1 double crochet in each stitch, and into the next one we're going to work 2 double crochet. And then it says repeat from asterisk 6 times. So this pattern's really easy. It's got a lot of repeating, which is really good. We're still going to have a fabulous pattern, but it's easy to do. So repeat that 6 times altogether. So that's 1. I'll show you just in case you want to know again. So it's 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. And then 2 into the next one. So I have a feeling that this lot is going to finish over here. And if it does, that means I've done it right. So continue on until you have your 6 repeats. So this is what we have so far. Just move that back a bit so you can see that. I did need to untwist my yarn. I found that my yarn was twisting like that, so I just grabbed my hat and I just twisted it around, and all the yarn's gone back to the way it should be. So getting rid of colour A, I'm just grabbing my reminder stitch marker over there, popping that back in. So grabbing that. And then it says, so we've grabbed colour B and double crochet in the first 3 stitches. So we're just repeating what we did what we just did with the blue. So it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then 2 double crochet in there. So 1, 2, 3, and then 2. So we're going to repeat this 6 times. So 1, 2, 3, and then 2 in the next. Repeat this 6 times. I didn't place my reminder stitch marker there because I know from here, so I would have normally just popped that in there. But I know if I don't do that, I know that I can just count from here. So that's 1, 2. I need to do an extra 4 repeats and then I'll meet up with you. So I've done my 6 pattern repeats. And now it says the non-increased section, so we're up to round 6. Place hook into loop colour A, so that's blue. And double crochet in every stitch for half the round. So we're going to go until we get to where the pink one is over here, because that will be half the round. And we double crochet into every stitch, so there's no more increasing at all. And I'm just going to pop that back in there. So for some reason, if I need to know where I started, that will remind me. So it's all just 1 in each. And then when you get around to, you're going to come around, and then you won't be able to crochet any further because you'll run out of stitches down here. So what you're going to do is then pick up your pink and crochet around until you get to your halfway. And you're going to keep doing that. And it's repeat round 6. And we can do 13 rounds, but of course check the length of the hat as you progress, as you may wish to make the hat longer or shorter. And so it can go over the ears as the pattern suggests. And this round's going to have a total of 60 stitches. If at any time that you wanted to make this hat smaller, of course this is going to be about an adult size hat. This is probably going to fit me. My hat head is about 58 centimeters, so this is probably going to fit me. But if you wanted to make a smaller one, you would have grabbed your what's it called, tape measure, and just measured across. And you can use the formula that's located on my website. It will be in the description box, and it will be where it says head sizes, the link that's with that. There's a great formula to help you make smaller or larger hats, so you can measure across. I know that if I measure across and it's about 18 centimeters, which this is by sheer fluke, I know that's going to fit my head. I have to have 18 centimeters. But like I said, go to the link on my website and that will give you the exact formula. Depending on your yarn and your tension and everything, it doesn't always come out perfect, but it is a very, very good guide. So go and check that out. So now we just need to continue on until we have the length of a hat. So it's 1 double crochet in every stitch around. And yeah, I will meet up with you when I've got the sides of my hat done, because at the moment I just have the top. So until then, happy crochet, and I'll see you soon. So on the pattern it says to go up to rounds 13. I've actually added 2 more rows because I'm going to do my hat slightly different to show you a different look. I'm going to have my hat with the cuff section, but I'm not actually going to fold it up like in the other photos that we'll have on the video. So I just want mine to be straight, and that's going to be the edging of my hat. I'm not actually going to turn that up. So that will give us a different look and show us how we can change up the pattern if we like to. So it says cuff, which is the turn up section, rounds 14. Of course, mine is a different round because I've done a couple of extra, but that's fine. It says place the hook into the loop of colour A, alternate 1 back post double crochet and 1 front post double crochet for half the round, which is 30 stitches. Now, I know that when I start with this colour, I need to finish over here, because when I lay it flat, they're at the halfway marks where the 2 ends are finished off. I don't know why that's up there. It's obviously left over from a few rounds ago, so I'll just grab them out. So we're grabbing our colour A, so for me that's the blue round, so I'm just going to swap stitch markers over. And it says for 30 stitches, so I know that I need to just keep going until I get up to there, because that's my halfway mark, because the other colours are around that side. And it was a back post double crochet and then 1 front post double crochet. So if you haven't done these before, they're quite easy. They're just a different way of working a double crochet. What we do, we're going to work a back post first. So that's going around at the back of the post. So we've worked this stitch here, so we're working that next one. We're yarning over, put our crochet hook around the back, coming out next to it like so. We're going to put the crochet hook into this space. And then we're going to work our double crochet as normal. And of course, we've actually got to do it. So around the back, into that next space, grab hold of the yarn, there we go, through 2 and through 2. Then the next one is a front post, so that will be going from the front, so yarning over, so we've worked this one here, we're going into this next one there, so going in from the front because it's a front post. It's an easy way to remember it. We're going around the other side of the stitch like so, and grabbing hold, continuing on. Next one, it's going to be a back post, so it's around the back first, around the stitch into the next gap, and then complete your stitch. So the next one's a front post, so it's around the front. We're going to alternate until we get to here. Then when we get to there, we're going to swap our yarn. We're going to start the pink one. Then we're going to do the same thing. It says place hook into loop of colour B, so that's my pink, and alternate 1 back post and 1 front post for the remainder of the stitches, which is 30 stitches. So again, we're going to work that into those ones there. And that will be the end of round 14 if you've gone by the pattern. And for myself, I'm a couple of rows ahead because I've done more length to the actual hat section. So I'm going to meet up with you when we've done that first round of front and back post double crochet. So when we get around to where we started the other colour, you can tell this because see the blue there? It's around the back post, but then here it's not around them in these pink stitches. So I know that's where my other round first started. So actually I'm going to place a stitch marker there because that will remind me where I started the row and I won't have to look for it as much. Okay, so I've started the row here, so I've just got a stitch marker on that one there. So if I flip it around the other side somewhere, I'll probably find the same thing. So my pink is a front post. So let's stick that in there. I had to rip out one of my rows because I did a mistake before. But hey, you get that. So pop that in there and that will remind us. So we're going to continue on, and it says on our pattern to do, where are we? So it's rounds 15 to 20, so that's 6 rounds altogether, and that's going to be the cuff that we're going to turn up, and then after that we do one more round pretty much the same as this one, but then just in the last 2 stitches we've just finished off a little differently. So altogether we've got about 7 rounds to go. But I may not have that many because I only want this as the brim on my hat, like the band section. So I haven't actually tried this on since I started this bit. So I'm only going to have do a few rows of that. A few rounds of that, sorry. This is looking really cool. Love these colours together. Love how this edges has started to come out. So I will see when I've got as many as I need. And if you're following the pattern, you're going to go up to about row 20. Go up to row 21 and stop 2 stitches from the end, and I'll show you what to do. When we are 2 stitches from finishing off, we're going to do a back post half double crochet. So that's half double crochet. Going around the back, so we're still working around the back like we did with the other stitch, but this time we're just doing a half double crochet, and then in the next one we're doing a front post single crochet. So in the front for the front post single crochet, remove hook, and do the same for the other side. So I'll do that in a minute off camera, but so we can do the next part of the, so it's round 22 that we're following on the pattern. Place hook into colour A. Let's just pretend this is colour A. Remove hook. Oh, first of all, we're going to single crochet for half the round. So from now on, we're going into under 2 loops just like normal. We're going to single crochet around, and you're going to single crochet around to that other side, or where your halfway mark is. So it's basically around to over here on the other side, and this is going to finish off the edge of the hat. So continue on doing this for both sides of your hat. We get back to where we started the single crochet with the colour B, and we're just going to slip stitch, and then you can cut your yarn and sew in your ends. It doesn't actually say that slip stitch bit, so I might just let Zoe know. But apart from that little tiny thing that most people would know how to do anyway, but just for beginners, you may not know what to do when you get to the end. So again, slip stitch into this next stitch, and do a chain and cut your yarn. And then we'll just need to sew in our ends. And this hat could also work for a slouch. You could make, you know, quite a few more rows to make it slouch at the back. I'm really loving this hat. I'm probably going to wear this because it's quite cold. So I love this pattern. And once you get past that bit there, and I think if you meant to make another one, it'd be a lot easier, you'd know what you were doing. But once you get past that little bit of increasing where you've really got to concentrate, the rest is just easy peasy, which is what I like. I like easy patterns, they're great. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please share your creations on our Facebook page so that Zoe can check them out, and also our Google Plus page. So I would love to see your creations. Let me know how you've chosen your colours and how you've done yours, if you've done the fold up cuff or if you've made it a slouch, or what you've done with this pattern. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the videos, to my channel, because there will be plenty of more videos to come. We do try to get out one video each week, so there's plenty of crochet to be learnt each time. There's also a newsletter out now that is on my website. I will put the link in the description box so you can check that out. There's loads of free patterns, there's lots of info, there's lots of help and there's tips, and also viewers' creations, so you can check them out as well. Now I'm just rambling, so it's the end of the video. Again, thanks for watching, and until next time, happy crochet!